Alright guys, Austin 40 CD equipment here. We're headed out right now. Shitty ass road. We're gonna tune a Cat 316E to a Gyro Trac 400 HDM. Big excavation contractor. We got a VOLVO 160 out here too with the FAE UML EX. So tomorrow we're gonna put them side by side and see the production rates that we get out of them. But as for right now, the truck's left a little early, so we gotta tune our Gyro Trac 400 HDM to our Cat 316. As you can see here, we're doing mostly all lodgepole and shit trees up here in northern Idaho. Can't even walk through the fuckers. So we'll get to the machines here in a second, and we'll show you what we're about to do. Alright, so here you can see we're going to have the 316E, and then we have a 2019 VOLVO 160 EL. One's going to have the Gyro Trac on it, the kitty cat, and then our VOLVO is going to have our UML EX 150. Kitty cat 316. We're going to clean up these hoses and shit. Like I said, the truck driver came a little early. Got to flip-flop those around. New Gyro Trac 400, pretty sexy little head there. Here we got our VOLVO 160 EL, FAE UML EX with carbides. Our Gyro Trac. Now Gyro Trac don't offer carbides. They only have their groovy teeth or they have their straight knives. One thing I do like about them knives is there ain't that many of them, and they cut like a son of a bitch. Go over to our FAE here. We've got our good standard carbides down there. Pretty new head, about 250 hours on her. She's been in Montana. Haven't cleaned her up too much yet. She needs some work. But for this demo, she'll do just fine. Alright, one thing I really do like about these Gyro Tracs is one, they use a bigger knife and not as many. You know, you see some of these mulchers with 500 teeth on them. And we're starting to find out that it doesn't, more teeth isn't better. You know, sometimes it's, you know, less teeth, bigger tooth, more cutting, more room to breathe. We actually find that it is actually able to cut a lot better and actually be able to breathe and not bog down. So here's the specs on the 400 HDM. We're going to be at 14 teeth. Our max overall pressure is going to be 6,000 PSI. We'll set the cat to like 4,500 so we don't affect our flow too much. And then our rotor speed probably be like, I don't know, we'll probably set it like 25 to 2,700. Set it for lower torque. Yeah, and this guy comes in with a 45-inch cut. I'll turn the camera around here. So yeah, we see our, you know, we got a bigger tooth here. They use a wedge system, and then they call this part right here a splitter. It's supposed to help shatter the wood, so they say. We do have one of these on a skid steer, and it rips. So Gyro Trac's doing something right. Got a Danfoss motor, just like a FAE. This guy hasn't been tuned yet. Usually when you get a brand new head, they're tuned for max displacement. So it's probably set at, you know, 60 gallons per minute or whatever right now. So we're gonna turn that down. The cat probably can't put out that much. We got a 1-to-1 ratio, so they actually tune the RPM on the top pulley, which is kind of weird. Usually we do our RPM on our bottom pulley, piece of reflective tape, and a tack. I'll show you that here in a second after we start her up. We're gonna clean these hoses up real quick. That's my right-hand man, Cody. And we'll get rolling. All right, one real cool part about these fucking new machines and these cats is we can do everything through the computer. So right now I'll show you how to get into an E model. Password's 9992. Every E model, a lot of the models, that's cat's password. So we're gonna go into our password and we're gonna set up our own actual auxiliary circuit that we get to customize. All right, so I enter my 9992 password, enter, we're unlocked. Let's see here. You gotta give me a second because I only do this once in a while here. Where is our tool programming? Now this had a FAE UML-HY 100 on it before, and that guy only topped out at 38 gallons per minute. So we're gonna jump this one up. So we're just gonna go to our FAE setting. That way no one confuses it. And I don't gotta redo everything. So there's a lot of adjustments that you can get into here. Priority enable. So we're always gonna do combined flow on our pumps. That's gonna switch our auxiliary from just one pump to 2 pumps. We'll see we're at 4,500 PSI. If you start cranking on more PSI, you get to a certain point on your flow where you actually start dropping flow. There's a fancy flow meter gauge pressure setup thing to figure all that out, but we just mulch a tree and see if we like it or not. All right, let's see here. Like I said, lots of different settings. So here's our flow right here, attachment number 1. We're gonna go okay. I think we're gonna turn her up. Our max is 50. I think we're gonna go to like 45. Try her out. You know what? Shit, we might even do 50. We'll do like 48. See how she does. Now, when you're adjusting your pressure on this setting, it does it by the milli pressure. So you'll be holding this button here for about, I don't know, 10 minutes. It's pretty shitty. If you plug into it with the computer, it's a lot faster. But we ain't paying for a cat computer. All right, we'll just do 50. Like, there we go. So now our attachment flow setting is 50. So like I said, lots of settings. Now you want to make sure your attachment is in one-way mode, you know, because this is going to go straight to tank. If you're going through your valve, you create way too much heat and the thing's not going to run right, and you'll know the second that you start mulching that something's not right. All right, so all that's set. So we're going to, let's see if I remember right. I think it's save. Go back. And we're going to go home. So we should be, now, let's go to our attachments. Tool select, where are ya? Work tool select. We're gonna go to our rotary cutter FAE. It should show us the freaking, oh, now we're gonna go back here. Rotary cutter FAE. So we should be good. It always confuses me because it doesn't actually show you if it's actually set or not. So we're gonna go back to tool programming real quick, go all the way to the end to our FAE. God damn it. FAE. Now let's just make sure it's saved at our 50 gallons per minute. Yep, we are good to go. All right, before we start eating trees and getting crazy with it, I figure I'll show you guys this UML-EX 150. This is probably by far my favorite head to run. So it's gonna be the same as your UML SSL standard skid steer drum. So same drum, same pretty much everything. We're just gonna be excavator mounted. Still gonna be at 3,000 pounds. We run carbides on these guys. Knives are awesome, don't get me wrong, but the biggest thing that we're doing with this demo is showing this excavation contractor the difference between a depth control head with knives and our standard FAE drum with carbides, so they can see the difference in the production and if they want to deal with knives or if they just want to run carbides and not have any problems. So let me switch the camera around here. So yeah, so this is your UML-EX 150. We got a 5-inch cut, CDA equipment right there. North Idaho, gotta love it. Hydraulic hood. Like I said, this head's got about 250 hours on it. We rip all of our thumbs off, every one of them. If they're gonna have mulching heads on it, we rip them off. All you do is hoses get in your way. It's just in the way, they're heavy, just rip them off. It's not that hard. If you're gonna have that head on there for a month. It's well worth it. You want to eliminate anything that can get broke. Like this one right here, we capped off the quick coupler lines. On these Volvos, they stick out too much and they just get fucked up, and you don't want that. So here with our hoses, we're coming straight out. This is what we found to be the best way to do the hoses. We got our bolt-on chain links here, which is real nice. No more bar that breaks and all the chains fall off. Let me jump in this Volvo real quick and we'll put the drum up. We eliminate all the cameras too, because those just get ripped off also. Take this guy up, drop her down. You guys will look at this drum here. So like I said, 250 hours on this on a Montana project. We still got paint on the drum. Look at our carbides. I mean, you can't even tell they have 250 hours on them. You know, you go on a skid steer, 250 hours, you definitely start noticing some wear. But on these guys, I mean, these guys are freaking awesome. T-bolt design right here. So this is your bolt head. And then on the back of its tooth holder, you just have a 30mm nut. I have never seen one of these break my whole time doing this. And we're gonna have our counter combs back here. Teeth get real nice and close to it, as you can see. Helps make a nice finer mulch. Bars, drum. FAE makes a real nice head. Alright, Cody's gonna come up here and fist bump this thing. So we always just low throttle, just fucking give her a little whirl. That way you make sure all your hoses are the right way. Let me clean these up real good. Now we're gonna grab our tachometer, wherever I put it. The old Dodge. See, everything's sounding right to me. Cat's been warming up for a little bit here. So crank her up all the way and see how fast this baby spins. And I guess we'll let it stop and we'll show them where to put the tape. Okay, so Gyro over here. Now these pulleys are 1-to-1, I'm pretty sure. So they put their tape up here. See, this is how you do it. You grab your old tachometer here and you tack right here. This reflective tape will give you a good tack. Looks like Gyro did it up here for some reason, or put it up there. Typically, I go on the drum pulley because that's how fast your drum's turning. So that's what we're gonna do, just because we're gonna do it the way I know how to fucking do it. All right, so Cody, go ahead and jump in there, turn this bitch up full blast and see where she's spinning. Get one where you don't gotta go real close, just right there, nice and easy. Let her spin up real quick. We're gonna have to tune it. Usually these guys do max displacement on their motors, but we'll tune her a little bit and see if we can get her a little closer. All right, so we're only at 2200 RPM, so we're gonna go here. This is our motor screw. We're gonna go in some. Every motor is gonna have this. This, you know, we're adjusting our swash plates, so we're gonna go in with our screw here. Usually 6mm hex, 19 nut. We're gonna go in a few turns, get this rotor speed at least up to 2500 RPM.
do some more tomorrow.
I think it's safe to say the Gyro Trac rips pretty damn good.